Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be beginning preparation for the Qualifier weekend tournament. That's right, I did qualify. I did it through Boros Burn. I actually don't have the full footage because I ran out of disk space about halfway through. That's okay. I wasn't even talking during the video. I was tired and grumpy and just had the camera rolling in case, but it wasn't going to be a good video anyway. Yeah, did it with Boros Burn. I think that's the best way to do it. I think you can try to metagame if you want. Like, I do think my Esper mill deck felt right for the meta I was facing, but even if I happen to metagame, you know, successfully and get an extra 1% or 5% win rate or whatever, the deck takes 3 times as long to run. Like, I don't think it's the most efficient strategy. I think you need a good deck that is also fast, and if you're trying to hit that hard 85% win rate, you're spinning the lottery wheel, right? And I think you need as many times as possible to try that out, which is why I think Boros Burn was a good way to do it. It's a fast deck, it's a good deck. Maybe there's a better deck, but there's not going to be one that's that much better and is also as fast. And I think you need speed because you need to get as many times as possible to spin the wheel. So anyway, we're going to prep here for the Qualifier weekend event. This first deck we're going to try here today is going to be the deck that won the Orlando Con tournament, going like first place, 16-2 out of 700 or so players. It's interesting because it's not a VV deck. It instead runs mono red with the Razorkin Needlehead. Actually got a very delightful comment on the video recently saying, "Dr. Ruckus, you idiot, how could you possibly not know what Needlehead is? If you're in Mythic, you're a scam." And the answer is, Needlehead isn't played in best of 1, or at least it shouldn't be. It's a very good best of 3 card because people want to draw cards in best of 3. VV wants to draw lots of cards, Demir wants to draw lots of cards. So a lot of people actually net decked this exact list basically into the best of 1 play-in event. And I largely beat a lot of them because Needlehead just isn't very good in best of 1. You're not really punishing people because nobody's trying to draw that many cards. And instead, obviously, my Boros Shelter version ended up getting there. But yeah, in best of 3, this card is going to be sick. And it's a very good counter to the VV and Demir mid-range stuff. The Hellkite is also exceptionally good in best of 3, where there's lots of Demir mid-range. There are just so many 1 toughness creatures that you ping to death with this. The 1-mana Siren, the 2-mana Bat, the 2-mana Merfolk Flash thing, like all those things just fold to Hellkite, which is really nice. Nemesis can shut off lifelink as well as links and 2 more links in the sideboard. We have a lot of big removal spells like Scorching Shot to deal 5 damage to target creature, 3 Obliterating Bolts in the sideboard for 4 damage to creature or planeswalker, exile it instead. Some lizards, we'll see if the lizards come in. I don't know how many opponents will want this against. Maybe the 4 toughness is relevant. Some Abrades for the artifact matchups like VV, some Fire Magic for some low to the ground sweepers, some Vengeful Possession also maybe for VV. If they have a giant 8/8 pumped up creature, you can potentially steal it at the last second and go for lethal. And some Chandras from opponents that maybe sub in a lot of creature removal but don't have a great way to deal with planeswalkers. So yeah, we're gonna run it here today. Saw a lot of this in the best of 1 play-in event, just straight up net decking, but it should be a lot better in best of 3. Ranked best of 3 standard. Okay, let's do it. It'll be pretty interesting to see how the metagame shakes out for this event. Because in theory, if more people play mono red because they saw the good result, then maybe VV is forced to, you know, trim down the upper edge of things, maybe run some more Torch the Tower, cheap removal spells. Maybe that opens up space for more controlling decks to take advantage of that. This is lovely. We get to start off the day with a 0 lander. I like that. Put a little hair on your chest. Okay, opponent goes first. Oh, this hand's also awful. Oh, in best of 3. Do you even keep this? You can't even cast Scorching Shot. Ooh, this is rough. I don't know that you keep this either. You know, even if they're Demir and they go Cecil on 1, you're really sad. Hold on, I'm just checking the metagame real quick. I mean, best of 3, I don't know that this does that much against VV or even Demir, depending on how it goes. Alright, my computer's being slow. I'm trying to switch to the metagame here. It's being exceptionally slow. I don't know that we keep this. I just don't think it does enough. Also not exceptional, but you know, we'll probably bin 2 lands here. Okay, fun starts. It's green. Paw Patch Recruit. I've actually seen a lot of green recently. I don't know why. I think we want to Burst Lightning here. I don't know if they're going to have a Snakeskin Veil. But I don't think we want them to get the value off the counter. I've seen a ton of green in best of 3. I don't know if it's a coincidence. I'm not aware that it did well at a tournament recently. Maybe it did. I really don't know what's going on there. Alright. It's a 1-drop. We're on the multi-5. Life doesn't get better than this. Opponent maybe a little bottlenecked on green. But does not stop the doubled up Paw Patch Recruit. And they get a counter. Why do I feel so far behind already? Menace isn't bad. We do trade with the 1-drop. I think we're just getting in there. Okay, one of these goes. That's not so bad. We have a lot of removal in the deck, so maybe eliminating some of those, not so bad. Other talent is still stuck on green. They do get a big chunky creature. Let's see if they well, they attack still. Okay. Alright. Nemesis. Nemesis all day, every day. Let's do it. We'll keep pushing here. One down to 11. There must be some recent tournament. The last 3 games I've played in best of 3, I think all mono green. Must be some virus in the air. I don't know. Alright. I mean, I think we're still attacking with both. And then hold back a Nemesis to block. Fight spell, we just kill them. Because we just dome the opponent to face, right? Counter canner, take 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing here. Okay, where do we want to put the 1 damage? Kill the recruit. Give them an 8-powered creature. But they really can't block. I think it's fine to kill the recruit. I'm not spinning any lifelink. Actually, they get a 9-powered creature, right? With trample? Hold on. 9, 10. They get an 11-powered creature with trample. Maybe we can't actually do that. Maybe it has to be face instead. So now, if they put the counters on the recruit, they get a 4-powered creature. If we block the big one, we take 7. We take 8 either way. And we should be dead here either way. Is there another way to do it? I don't think so. I think we've lost here. I'm not 100% sure. Alright, if you kill the recruit, they get 2 more counters. Which is the same power level. Yeah, so I think we're just dead here. Because I think we'll take the trample damage before the fling effect goes through. Yeah, okay, we're just dead anyway. That's okay. Multi-5 is rough. Close. Not a bad attempt on the multi-5. Okay, I think Fire Magic actually very good against what they're running. I'm assuming they're actually landfall. We didn't see any landfall. That's weird. Huh, maybe they're not. Hellkite seems good for sure. Vengeful Possession could be good against them. And then I think you just want a lot of big removal spells. I'm not aware that we necessarily need the links per se. Could probably cut some Burst Lightnings. I think they're going to scale some big stuff up, and we're going to be sad if we can't kill the big stuff. Not sure we need Braid per se. So maybe just trim out Lightning Strike and keep the bolts and Scorching Shots. Try to kill the big stuff. Yeah, let's try it like this. And maybe not landfall. On the play. It's a 4-lander, and Bastronaut does not actually play well with Fire Magic. It's actually terrible with Fire Magic. Man, I don't know that you keep this either. 3-lander, tight on red. I'll keep this. I think I'll just put back the possession. I don't think we need it that early. And keep a curve intact. Remember, I go to 2 lands. But I think Hellkite's worth curving out on 3 with on the play. Alright, a good Hellkite target. I think we're just leveling up the claw. Also hold Lightning Strike if you wanted, but I think it's just this. Okay, 1 mana open. I don't know if you can hold stick if... oh, we got a fight spell too. A hard-hitting question, alright. Hellkite's obviously very efficient here. I don't anticipate them getting 4 different creatures. I think we just Hellkite. Okay, to 13. There's currently a creature and a sorcery. I don't think they can get 4 different types. Another elf, not so scary. We can Hellkite that as well. Alright, I think we might... Oh, interesting. Putting it the counter there. Huh. Now we don't get the free Hellkite. That's pretty interesting. I think we need to take out the Curator. I mean, you know that they runs Giant's Growth, and I think we have to do it now, too. I think it's just this here. I think the blowout with Giant's Growth is too painful to wait for their turn, try to let them place the counter first. Oh, that's a chunker. And the way the trigger sequence is actually be too big for us to kill, right? It's a 6 toughness creature. Lovely. I don't know, they're winning this game, man. Not so aware that that's happening. I think we're bolting the elf and then just losing to the Rubberoid, right? I don't think there's much we can do. No, I don't think so. I think that's game. I think a Rubberoid uncontested is probably too much for us. I do not anticipate seeing this deck in the tournament, which is one awkward thing about trying to practice now is actually I can't necessarily mimic the decks we're going to face, but we're about to get wrecked here in match 1. Which I am thrilled for. Okay. No edits. We progress to the next one. We tuck our tails. Just get absolutely annihilated by mono green. Okay. Damien Jean says, I really like watching you play Control. It's super interactive, and you have a lot more decisions to make. It's a lot more technical than a red deck win. Maybe. It depends. Sometimes your creature matchups are very interesting, depending on attacking and blocking. It's the hella smells. I'm feeling better. Let's get some, like, decent opening hands, yeah? On the play, yeah. Good enough. Good enough. Some interaction. A creature. I think it's just fine. Whoops. Shouldn't be holding stick here. Got the obvious Burst Lightning. Opponent could opt to play around it. Man, I'm just assuming that they're landfall. I think we still want to hold on to this. Again, this is another green deck. There must be something going around that I don't know about. Yeah, I think it's just the Needle Head. We could hold open some removal, but we got plenty of powerful removal in hand. It is the Paw Patch. We do have first strike on our own turn. Plus we have the Nemesis, which is also pretty good. Yeah, I think that's quite good here, yeah. Both these are very solid attackers. Yeah, something must have happened today with mono green. Almost every single deck I've played is mono green. I don't know if there's a tournament result or a YouTube something. I don't know. I don't see anything big. Chemosymbiotic Might. Paw Patch counter is just brutal for us. Yeah, I mean, we can attack in. Get the Challenger in there, too, without too much trouble. Depends where they distribute the counters, actually. Probably still worth it here. Okay, interesting. I think we're just going face, then. They might have a crazy next turn. They might annihilate us with the might, but, hit for 10 damage. I think we push forward. The creature removal is just really awkward into the Paw Patch Recruit. I think it's still face. Actually dropped 2 here. We definitely have a clock on them off the Needlehead. We can also go Hired Claw, haste attack. And then the last draw would drop them to 0. 12. Alright, I think that's the line then, yeah? Just go Claw attack. I'm not anticipating an instant speed fight spell, but there could be. They could kill the Needlehead. They can power up the Sanctuary, so there's not really a reason to get in there with anything else. So I think it's just Hired Claw attack. Unless they got the fight spell, maybe? I think it's just this, drop to 1, Needlehead drop to 0. We'll see if they can instant speed fight. I don't know. I don't think so. Upkeep stop. Do you got it? Can you kill my Needlehead? No. Alright. Hella smells. Let's go to game 2. Fire Magic. Insane. Doesn't actually play with the Bastion. Maybe take the Bastion out. I don't know. I mean, I still think we need all the big creature removal spells. The Hellkite still can hit stuff. And then, yeah, again, we'll do the same thing we did last game, basically. I don't think we need links per se. I think the Hellkite is good. Burst Lightning on the draw. It's just so bad against this recruit. It does kill the Might, though. I wasn't aware. I still think overall we just need to kill big creatures. I don't know that we run that many Burst Lightnings here. I still think this is roughly what I want to do. What if you took out all the Bastronauts and you just put in like a Braid and Burst Lightning? Is that weird on the draw? Because Fire Magic is our best friend, right? Just play red control? That's so weird, right? But I don't even hate that idea. I do think we need to kill some big stuff. Can we throw in a Chandra if we're going to play mono red control? I don't know about that. Alright, it's a little bit suspect. This is a little bit suspect. We do run like 24 land, I think. Something like that. We run a lot of land. We can totally hit our land drops. I'm just not sure if we're bringing in Fire Magic, do I still want to run the Goblin or not? It's weird. They do not work well together at all. And we'd be thrilled to have Fire Magic. Okay, we got our control hand. Let's go. Mono red control, it's gonna be fine. If you take out the Goblin, you gotta put something in. Probably just more removal spells. Opponent thinking about that Mulligan life. Alright, what are the comments we got? Neil SC says, really well played, man. Such a shame about the black match. This is my Esper Mill just I think stuck on 2 lands, no blue. Just never got anything. Should have been an easy win with the sweepers in the deck. Such a shame about the black match, but that's just magic for you sometimes. And the Dimir deck, brr, I'm playing that right now and it slaps. I actually did do 1 run with Dimir. Terrible draws, abysmal draws. Stuck on 2 lands, I think both games. I think I 0-2'd it or something. Maybe I got some wins, but it was pretty bad. Old full controls, points at least a little bit suspect about a burst lightning here. Maybe they play around it, maybe they don't. I don't know. Alright, tap out for you. We do have some expensive removal. This is why we're here. Again, I'm not willing to risk playing around a Giant's Growth type thing. See if we get a Hellkite target. No. Alright. Fire magic showing up. Very interesting. 6 mana to kill all 3 drops. Okay, so that is a weird, interesting win con. I don't know if we need to Hellkite yet. We might just drop a Challenger and do nothing. We're in this weird control position. We could Rockface Village it next turn. Okay, so we got Fire Magic for 1 damage to each creature. If they went for like a Paw Patch, we'd have a nice clean answer. It's a 3/2. Okay. I think no blocks. Alright, looking like a good Fire Magic turn. The Prowess does level up the Challenger too. So we can do for 3, I guess. Is the current play we're making. I think that makes sense to me. Yeah, we're not blocking, so might as well get in there. Alright, a little 2 for 1. Another Baloth. Opponent putting on some big pressure. We do have a Big Daddy Hellkite on the way. Or we can Bolt. We're down to 8, dude. Do they just win? What kind of creatures we got here? We got 3 creatures. We got an instant. This would be the sorcery. I think we Bolt the Curator. And I don't even know if we need to Hellkite or not. Other option is just to play the Hellkite, but if they have like Giant's Rage or whatever, we're pretty sad. Yeah, I think I want to do this. And I think we'll hold back the Challenger to block, maybe. Can they get us? Can they get us from 8 to 0? I don't know if they can. A Roboroid hit for 4. I think I just want to do this. And I'll offer the trade with the 3/2, I think. I will offer it. Let's see if they have a big pump spell. Yo, okay. We dropped to 4. Auto pass us. They got nothing else. Now we just play a big dragon. I think we chill and hold Chandra. No attacks. Dude's got another or something? It's the Roboroid. It's the worst card we could see. Now what? Chandra plus, dig for a removal spell for Roboroid. I mean, if we don't hit it off the top, we just lose, right? Pretty rough life. Crazy top deck by the opponent. We can draw a discard into Bolt. Or Nemesis can't play this turn. Vengeful Possession could be good for next turn. Ultimately, I do think we have to draw a discard into something relevant. And we don't really block well versus the trample either. It's being a 6-powered creature. I mean, we need draw power one way or another. I think we start with this.
Ready and set, so let's go.
go and discard a card. Removal off the top. Never didn't have it. No. We go 4 this turn. Drop him to 9. We go 8 next turn, plus the Chandra. So we could attack here. No, we can't, because this guy's got trample too. We cannot. We definitively cannot attack here. Okay. Then we don't. Land off the top. We're forced to do some bad blocks here, sadly. So we might as well block like this and like this, right? There's no other way we're allowed to do it. Okay. Drop to 3. We top deck a land. We draw discard again. We cannot get to lethal. Discard a card. Now we need Scorching Shot to kill the 6/5. It's another land. So that is game. Dude with the top deck of the Ouroboros. Definitely not mad about it. Okay. Lovely.
Eyes on the prize.
Okay. We go to game 3. Possession looking hot. I mean, we're on the play this game, so I don't think we need Chandra at all. I still think Fire Magic's very good. I still think we need the Abrade for the 3 toughness creatures. So I don't think we're putting in more Burst Lightning. Yeah, I still think Fire Magic is worth running over the Bastion, even on the play. I think it's still good. Yeah. I think this is it still. I think we need the big removal spells. Okay, on the play. No Ouroboros. On the play. It's a 2-lander. Let's keep it. We got Vengeful Possession showing up too. Jason McKeachern says, Game 4, the shit drives me nuts, no fun. I don't know which Game 4 you're referring to. I think it was the mono black one. We just didn't draw any lands. Yeah, that's rough sometimes. Fuzzy Buddy says, at the 8-minute and 8-second mark, why didn't you Authority here? I don't see how it could have been bad. Because I had exactly 8 mana, and I spent 5 to Ultima, and then I wanted 3 open to hold open the counterspell. Thus, I did not have space also for the Authority. I believe that's why I did it. Could be wrong. Could go back and very possible I made a mistake. Happens all the time. But that is my recollection of why I did not do that. 44-0 says 5th or 6th or what? 5th or 6th or 7th? I don't remember which attempt I was on. I ran it a good amount. I ran the event a good amount to qualify. Alright, no 1-drop by the opponent. I'm down for that. Let's get the Challenger in there early. The only reason I'm doing this full control thing is I saw Numit the Nummy do the Arena Championship. He actually made it to the Arena Championship. And he went full control the entire event, because I think that's what you're supposed to do if you're a pro, which makes sense. You don't give away any information. It's a little bit try-hard. It's probably a little try-hard for normal YouTube videos. But I guess it makes sense. It's really try-hard. I can't stand doing that. I don't even do that right now. Okay. Either progress the battlefield, or just kill their thing, which seems decent. I think we're just going to kill their thing. They scale it up, 3/3. Yeah, I think we're just doing this. For 3, down to 15. You could definitely make the argument for the Needlehead instead. Innkeeper's Talent onto no creatures. Ooh. Ooh, alright. Okay, interesting. I think you just dropped the Needlehead. Hold Burst Lightning, probably for no targets. They get a giant Ouroboros. That's the worst thing that could happen, right? 4 toughness, 5 toughness. 6 toughness, right? Something like that. We could Vengeful Possession, maybe try to sneak through after. I think it's still this. Okay, let's see that top deck game. Opponent's at 12 with Vengeful Possession in hand. We do need to pay a ward cost to target. It is, in fact, the Auroboroid. It's a 6 toughness creature. That with a ward 1, actually, which does matter quite a bit. Okay, do we Burst Lightning face? If we just hit land, we go what? I mean, we hit for a crap ton of damage, right? So... we're never going to pay the ward cost anyway. So I think you can get in there for face. Okay, we need the land. Because we need to steal it next turn, right? So we just rock face village here, I think. Obviously, if they trade, then we can just bolt after. So actually, that's not so bad an attack. Alright, I'm here for it. Opponent drops to 6. We have nothing really to do, though. Okay. Probably should have played the Hellkite instead, I guess. But here we are. Nothing else to be done. Opponent to 5 with Hellkite on the way. Another talent. Another talent. 3 talents. And Giant's Growth. Is that lethal? I think it is. I think it actually is lethal. Am I supposed to play around that? Am I supposed to play around triple talent Giant's Growth? He wants me to good game him. He's not gonna let me. He's not gonna go for damage. He's gonna rope me out until I give him the good game back or something. He's touching the Auroboroid. I'm not gonna do it. Man, do you play around talent Giant's Growth as the last cards in hand? I don't know. Didn't have enough mana to target it in the last turn with Vengeful Possession or anything else. Didn't top deck the land. Could village the challenger. Look for another card. Play the Hellkite before combat. That would have dropped him to 2. That might have been better, but then we're all tapped out and they get the free block on one of these guys anyway. So you don't net that much extra damage. Dude is gonna fucking hold us fucking hostage until we good game him. I'm not gonna do it. I'll hang out. I'll read your comments. I ain't going anywhere. He can rope himself out all he wants. Degenerate Hour says that first game where you kept digging and didn't hit. I felt that. Yeah. Oh yeah, the big whiff. I mean, hopefully if you're gonna run, you know, consult the star charts and stock up, and I want to say I had maybe a little something else to draw. I can't quite remember. Then at a bare minimum, you know, if you're not gonna hit your Frog Mill win con, then ideally you at least hit like the next draw spell to keep going. And so digging like 10 and only hitting land and sweepers, I was like, oh well, I just dried up our entire draw engine. I can't believe it's actually gonna fucking rope us out of here. What a. I mean, I know what word I want to say, but I ain't gonna say it. Adam Reaver says, loving the tournament content. Cube drafts. Go now. You should record one. I've never done cube. I probably should. I'm down to do that. Probably would have to be post-tournament. Thanks, dude. Thanks. Sick. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I've never done cube in my life, but I'll be down. It's just draft, right? But draft, like, I guess, in my head, the most powerful cards ever printed, but I guess you can make the cube to be whatever you want, right? So I don't actually know what would be Arena Cube Draft. But what cards are in it? Cards you draft are not added to your collection. Okay. Open pass around packs like a typical draft. Only the card pool isn't bound to a single magic set, but are drawn from the best of all cards available in MTG Arena. Okay, so it is a best of the best thing. Should I review the card pool real quick? We'll get back to the gameplay, don't worry. Esper Sentinel, Classic. I don't even know a lot of these cards. Path to Exile. Man, Nurturing Pixie, one of the best cards ever in Arena? I don't know about that. Source of Plowshares, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, Get Lost, sure. I don't know if these are all the best cards ever. I see some pretty mid cards here. What, Toby Beastie Befriender is part of the cube? I don't know if that belongs there. Anyway, a lot of goodies, for sure. I would be down to do this, absolutely. Hopefully it still exists post post-tournament, because I'm probably not going to do it before the qualifier weekend. All right, we're running a hot 0-2 versus mono green, and I still don't really know why mono green is a big thing right now. There's got to be something in the news, right? What if I go on YouTube? MTG mono green best of 3.
To our spells.
Oh my gosh, what the heck? Playing my own video in the background, my bad. Best of 3? I don't see any big videos either. Like, I don't see any YouTuber that would have shook up the meta. I have no idea. We're on the play. This looks like a really wonderful, normal opening hand. Let's just play some cards. No. No emotes. Not doing it. It's Orzov, okay. Probably just Challenger here. Dude, we're just having a day in the arena today. We're just having a day. Alright, we gotta assume he's Pixies, right? Hellkites, pretty good. Lynx, pretty good. Also, potentially Beza type stuff, right? We'll be on the draw this game. Bolt, I don't think we necessarily need. Fire Magic would be good if it was Pixies. That's a pretty big meta call. We don't actually know. It's an option. I don't know if I'm willing to commit to that. We probably can take out some... I don't think we need a Braid per se. Burst Lightning can kill a lot of Pixie stuff. Maybe some Lightning Strike goes. 4, 8, 9... Yeah, I think that's fine. Obliterating Bolt into Orzov. They could have some Planeswalkers, but they're pretty chunky Planeswalkers in general. I don't know that I'm ready to cut a Lightning Strike for that with 0 information. Chandra on the draw. Yeah, let's try this. Let's try this. We got some more Lynxes and Hellkites. Lynx to punish the dual lands. Maybe a long drawn out game, plus protect against Beza. Maybe other life gain stuff in white. Maybe they sub in Thor of the Consoles. I don't know. It's a 1-lander on the draw. I don't think you're supposed to keep this. I think this is a mulligan. It's a 3-lander. I will keep this. I think you put back a Lynx. Alright, we'll see if the opponent will humor us with a game here. Not Pixies, I don't think. Okay, we'll get speed started and attack, I guess. I mean, you could not, but they probably take the free block, so I don't think it's worth trying to bluff. Anything else? I think we'd rather get our speed up. Dude takes it. All right, dude's afraid of the shock. Wasn't even holding full priority there. All right, so there's the Authority. We're pretty glad we have the Lynx. We got the Nemesis too. I think we're just slamming it here though, especially with Lynx on the way. This comes untapped anyway. But I think they'd take the free block on the Claro. Obviously mistake. Obviously mistake. Obviously should have attacked first and then drop the Nemesis close to combat versus the consoles. Yep, that part probably going to happen either way this turn. So Hellkite coming in tapped. Talent, alright. Are we attacking? Attacking and drawing. 2 non-basics, so Lynx hits for 2, but also shuts off life gain, which I think is pretty important. Lynx hits for 3 now. To land off the top, I think we're down to Lynx. Okay, no life gain, still comes in tapped. Get in there for a little bit of damage. Double strike, down to 10. One attacks again, looks for the draw. Maybe already has the sweeper. Again, Beza isn't as scary with the Lynx already down. Okay, 4 mana open. No point in pre-combat haste shenanigans. Feels like we're going like Needlehead post-combat. Probably blow. Could also just Claw and Bastionaut here. It's a lot of damage per set. They have to do something here. Let's just give them the attack all button first. They gotta do something here. Alright. Get Lost happens now. 2 mana open. What else we got for stick? I think we'd rather them kill the Claw. I think let's do it like this and try to play the Needlehead after combat. Alright, they do in fact have the extra spell. So we're pretty happy holding on to the Needlehead post-combat. I think you just deploy it. I still have to use the map tokens, but I think this is more important. Go up a life, go down a life. No priority there. So no instance in hand, basically. Attack, draw a card. Go down to 6. We're down to 10. Alright, Sweeper with consoles to protect. Looking pretty good by the opponent. Another Lynx, huge top deck. Shut down lifelink. Opponent down to 2. Day of Judgment again. Lifelink turned off. It's a blocker that also has a flying blocker and draws them a card. I think Nemesis here, Scorching Shot at next turn, is the line currently. Opponent up to 3. And if they don't top deck a Get Lost, this doesn't really help us at this point. I don't think this is worth keeping. So 5 damage to Nemesis, and then 5 damage to face is the plan here. Unless they can hit more life gain. Go up to 7. Now what? Oof. Whew. Alright, all tapped out. If we top deck another burn spell, we potentially could double burn the Nemesis. We don't, it's a land. I don't really see a way to get there here. Everything comes in tapped. Block with the Voice of Victory. They have 2 in the air. We could try to dig for another burn spell with the map tokens. I mean, I don't think they block with Beza, even if they do. I don't really see a way to get there, to be honest. He might have to block here if he's afraid. Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess you hold back. Play the Hellkite, kill one bat. They attack all, and they get the Evangelist trigger. I think that's still lethal, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, still lethal, so I don't think holding back helps either. Screenshot the Nemesis, go 5 to face, drop to 2. Then we lose our blocker. One damage. We kill the other flyer, or we kill the Evangelist, actually. And then how much damage are we taking? Take 4 damage, drop to 1. Okay. Oh, they just level up the talent too. Yeah, that was rough. That was rough. The Bay as a top deck is always tough. Okay. Alright. Well, we go to game 3. We on the play. Largely same premise. Happy with the Lynxes. Hellkite is okay, I think. Although vastly worse into the third consoles, obviously. We saw no Planeswalkers. We didn't really see any big bolts targets. You could Vengeful Possession. They have a lot of jump blockers too. The only thing you could do is try to throw in some Chandra for some long games. They obviously have plenty of Get Lost. And you take out like a Lightning Strike for a Chandra. I don't think that's a crazy change. And even a Burst Lightning for a Chandra. I don't think that's actually a crazy change. I think we could get into a long grindy game here. Okay, we'll go to game 3. Probably last game of the day. Not a super successful day. Also, 0 decks, 0 meta decks for the actual tournament, which is too bad. We'll be on the play. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's got a lot of good things. Tap land, like that. Double Claw, I don't know who we're holding Burst Lightning for, but could hold it for someone. Another tap land, alright. I don't think we need to hold this here. That's a huge top deck. That's an insane top deck. It's extremely good. On the play. Down to 8 with Lynx in hand and 2 non-basics. Seam Rip does not answer the Nemesis. Get Lost. Alright, sure. I think you have to play the Lynx here. Because you just have to shut down the turn 4 Beza if you can. I think it's too important. I think it's too important not to. If they sweep, we're sad, but if they go turn 4, I mean, that's the thing. You don't know if they're going to Beza or sweep, right? Just don't know. We don't need another of those, I don't think. That's a good one, we'll keep that. Okay, that's a good chunk of damage. Opponent drops to 3. and we see if they go turn 4 sweep or turn 4 Beza. If they sweep, we win, obviously. Maybe they just didn't hit land. I don't know. You can leave a comment if you think you links there, drop them to 4. But if they sweep, you have nothing. You have nothing to follow up. And in fact, the next card would have been Scorching Shot, though no reason to factor that into the debate. If you pop the attack, you get to use the map tokens. You get to put in a good chunk of damage. But if the Beza, they go up quite a bit of life, and then yeah, that always feels bad. Okay, we'll wrap up the day there. This was not a we did not win very much today. But yeah, we also faced some weird decks that we weren't really looking to face. Looking to face decks that draw lots of cards, that we can punish a little bit with our speed, try to take advantage of the Needlekin matchups. We still played a lot of mono green and a random Orzov matchup as well. So you never know what we're going to face in the actual event. We'll see. I mean, I might look at other decks still. I might look to tweak this deck a little bit. You know, what do I think is going to happen meta-wise? Do I actually think there's going to be a bunch of mono-red players? Maybe I should play an anti-mono-red deck. I don't know. But for today, that's what you got. That's what you get for the video. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.